Sometimes it's referred to as the plate competition, but you know what? I like my plate full, and we have got a full day of UEFA, Europa League, and Conference League qualifying draws. Welcome back to Fog Football. It was a
Bit of
lot
a
to get out.
mouthful there, but
It
you got it
was.
out eventually,
It
aye.
was. We got there in the end, but you know what? Not every team can play in the Champions League. Hibs are in the Europa League. Dundee United are in the Conference League. Aberdeen's for later down the road. All right. Now, obviously, Aberdeen winning the Scottish Cup. What a day it was. Cal McGregor still greeting over the fireworks and the fact they lost it. But Aberdeen, they booked their spot in the playoff round of the Europa League. Hoovered it clean off of Hibs. And Hibs, due to that, are in the second qualifying round. So the good news is they're still in the Europa League. They're just a few rounds behind.
Yeah, let's be honest, man. They ain't going to qualify,
Yeah,
are
it's a
they?
boot in the balls, man. I mean, you look at this, what's right in front of you. So, unseeded, you've got Hibs, Sparta Trnava, Banik Ostrava, Utrecht, Celje, Besiktas, Hapoel Beersheva, Cluj. Then going to seed it, Shakhtar Donetsk, Braga, Midtjylland, Legia Warsaw, Anderlecht, Partizan, Sheriff Tiraspol, and Lugano.
But you know what? I don't think it's even the case that, oh, you start a couple of rounds earlier or any of that shit, or you've got less chance of making it into the Europa League now. What it boils down to, for me, is Hibs were guaranteed some form of league phase football in Europe, and now they're
Yeah.
not. And that is a massive blow because I just. Listen, we've yet to see it under this new era. When was the last time in like this current era, if you're going like this new generation, since they reconfigured or changed the name of the top flight, we've not seen a Scottish team outside of the Old Firm qualify for the Europa League or the Conference League
Yep, through the
through actually winning.
yeah.
The only time we've seen a team get group stage is when they're guaranteed to get something. We haven't seen a team off their own merit actually win a game that gets them into it.
No, you're right.
And I hope Hibs and Dundee United can change that, but
I do believe the Hibs are the best bet for that this season. Looking at these seeded teams, do they stand a chance? I mean, who do they not stand a chance against?
I mean, come on, yeah, they're the underdogs against most of them, aren't they?
Yeah, you know what, man. Partizan, Sheriff Tiraspol, Lugano, Midtjylland, and Legia Warsaw. I think if they got any of those five, they would have like an outside chance. I do feel like with Anderlecht, Braga, and Shakhtar Donetsk, that would be a step too far, right? I will say that. Now, in terms of Shakhtar Donetsk, Legia Warsaw, Partizan, Sheriff Tiraspol, that is who they play. So, unless the men from St. Ives, unless they get the job done against Donetsk, it's going to be tough. Pristina take on Sheriff Tiraspol, Partizan take on AKA Larnaca, and who's the other team there?
Lanica.
Ak Larnaca, Aktobe take on Legia Warsaw. So Hibs will have it tough, but it'll be massive if they can get through to the third qualifying round because that buys them a playoff spot in the Conference League.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure it does. Aye, to my knowledge.
Oh yeah, no, actually, yeah, it would. So if they lose in the second qualifying round, then they've still got two more rounds to win in the Conference League. Whereas if they can get into the third qualifying round and then losing that, then you're right. They only do. So the further Hibs can get in the Europa League without getting knocked out, the less games they have to win in the Conference League. But
Now, someone said to me,
either
right,
way, Hibs still need to win. If my maths is correct, they need to win three ties.
Rangers aren't even guaranteed European football, you know. Because look at this, unseeded. If Rangers lose the tie against Panathinaikos, Servette, or Bran, they fall into the third qualifier round of the Europa League. Now, I said this months ago, and somebody said, "No, you're talking shite." Well, that's true then,
Possibly.
and it would make sense because, like in previous seasons, Rangers have been going into the third qualifying round of the Champions League. This year, it's the second. Is there no a crazy scenario where Rangers could be playing no European football? No, I think they will.
I mean,
right?
that would absolutely destroy the coefficient. If
Well,
that's the
fuck,
case.
aye, of course it would.
Cannot afford that.
So, I mean, let's not worry about that. But as for Hibs, what would you rate their chances out of 10 of getting to the group stages of the Europa League? A 1?
One or two, like,
Alright,
unfortunately.
what about Conference League?
I mean, easier teams, like, but still, like, I mean, Hearts should. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough, man.
Well, let's have a look at the Conference League then, shall we? So, of course, the Conference League was earlier on today. The draw, any games that stand out to you? Larne against Oda, St Patrick's against Hegelman, Harvard West County against Floriana. Who else? Clifton Phil and Bennybont colliding against St Joseph's, and it is the fucking jobbers competition. But obviously, this is the Champions Path, isn't it?
Aye, Hibs will have slightly tougher
So
competition.
Well, for me, fucking look at the state of this. So let's see who Hibs, no, Dundee United can get. So Dundee United are actually seeded,
which is good.
So let's look who Dundee United can get. HB, Sarajevo, Aris Limassol. I mean, still some decent teams in there. Don't get it wrong, right? But there is a lot of shite. You know, Dundee United should beat the winner of the tie involving St Patrick's Athletic, the San Marino teams.
Last season, Kilmarnock and St Mirren, you know, they won a cut. They won a tie each. So Dundee United, I'd like to think can at least match that.
Yeah. Dungannon Swifts are in. Oh, Dungannon Swifts in the Premiership. Oh, fuck, they are. Surprised by that. Yeah, but you know what, man? I've actually got faith about Jim Goodwin and Dundee United. I don't think they'll be a pushover in Europe.
Like that last time Dundee United won it.
Aye.
Remember they were getting beat 5-0 at half time and he fucking said with a straight face, is it over?
Aye, he comes out with some pish, him, doesn't he, though?
Is it fucking over?
Is it over? I think it is over. Now...
That'd be like your wife in the divorce papers have came in and she's packed her bags and left the house and then you phone her up like 3 years later and goes, is it over? What do you think? You know, fuck's sake.
Yeah. Now, it's not confirmed, but Hibs and Dundee United might be seeded for the third round.
Well, that would be great if they can be seeded, because you don't want to be unseeded, but it's unlikely. It would take seeded teams. It would take quite a few seeded teams to be upset.
Now, on the flip side of that, I don't think there's any. Well, I mean, there is a few teams, right? But I mean, Shamrock Rovers, Omnoia, Phil Jagielka, Astana. I mean, Hajduk Split. I'm not looking at these teams and thinking, "Fuck, that's impossible."
Here's the way I look at it, right? Can Celtic and Rangers beat these teams? And see if the answer is... See if you look at it and go Celtic and Rangers have like a 50-50 chance. Then why can't Hibs or a Dundee United
have half a chance?
If they show up and play to their best over the two legs, why can't they go through? Because we know that if they show up and play their best, they can. It doesn't happen often, but they can beat Celtic and Rangers. So, I mean, the same logic's got to apply here.
Now, the interesting thing about the Conference League is not one fucking team's guaranteed it in. Like,
yeah, not a single team confirmed. Whereas you look at the Champions League and it's like England, Germany, Spain have all got like 20 places each in it.
Yeah, so now in terms of teams that are seeded, Fiorentina, Forest, Real Vallecano, Mainz, and Strasbourg. So, you know what? I'm looking forward to this draw tomorrow. We'll know a hell of a lot more. And hopefully, easiest teams possible for every single team from Scotland. Will it be that case? Who knows? But hope there's a few wee tasty Battle of Britons in there.
Or save them for the actual league phase.
Well, that would be tasty as well.
I mean, last season I thought was really interesting for us to have, teams from all different parts of the UK and Ireland in Europe, and I would love it for that to be the same again. I'm not convinced it will be though.
No.
Even though it is easier now to qualify than it has been in the past, I think I would be a bit surprised if we see that again.
Now, interestingly to note, the Welsh League is the fourth worst league in Europe. That's fucking crazy, isn't it?
That's not surprising though. Does that... Honestly, I think outside of TNS, the standard of the Welsh League is shocking.
Yeah, I was reading
and
something.
TNS, I don't think are ever going to be... I don't know how good TNS can get while playing in the Welsh League. Because make no mistake about it, Wrexham, Cardiff and Swansea would be shite if they played in the Welsh League.
No, they would be, but I feel like with Cardiff and Swansea, they're two city clubs, you know, Capital City and Cardiff. You would expect them to... But it's a tough one, like... Oh, I mean...
Has the Welsh FA ever reached out to them and says, here, do you want to come back?
The fact of the matter is this, folks, right? If people from Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Wales supported their fucking local teams, the leagues would be better. That's just a fact. That's just a fact thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? People can say, "Oh, but the old firm, yo, Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts, Hibs, Hearts, Dundee United. I mean, even Falkirk, Dunfermline, Falkirk and fucking Dunfermline and Rafe have got more fucking fans than
Did you not tell
basically
me?
have all these teams combined."
Did you not tell me there was a statistic like you showed last week or something? The average attendance over the Welsh League is like 400 people or something
Aye,
over a week.
over a week, aye.
So
I need to get the exact thing up, but yeah, it was a fucking disgrace.
So you'll be getting some games with less than like 50 people at it.
Aye.
Mental.
Now, which I mean, even that does seem a bit far fetched, but maybe. But I mean, it was saying I think ours was. I can't remember, about 120,000. So it's like it's all of them added up together, which is fucking crazy when you think of it. I don't know, man. That's mental. But coefficient wise,
Top flight, yeah.
I thought it was top flight.
Well, that would depend on who's playing at home, wouldn't it? But I guess if you do it over the calendar year, then it's over the season.
Yeah, I need to get those stats up because they're intriguing. But as for coefficient, we are joint with Czech Republic, but we do have a bit of a buffer over Switzerland, so that's good for us.
That's done. We've dropped way off. I mean, that's you need to get the live one up. We're fucked. We're doing 17th.
Well, you know what, folks? It's 5 a.m. for fuck's sake. I've dropped the ball.
You have dropped the ball big time. I mean,
So I'm projecting greatness this season for everybody.
I wish we were joint with Czech Republic. We're nowhere near Czech Republic. We're like down in 17th spot.
Doing 17th spot. Anyway, that's it, guys. Check out all the draw reaction later on. Till next time. Peace.